edge of the desert when the drugs begin to take hold.
You're either in or you're out. Right now.
I want to gamble.
I never want to hear those words out of your mouth again.
Gambling is not your problem.
Has anybody ever told you before your bad luck?
Most gamblers, when they go to gamble, they go to win.
Those were my mother's dying words.
When we go to gamble, we go to lose. Show me the money.
Let's get out of here, man.
Show you the money.
Honestly, let's just go. Let's go to Vegas.
Look at you better than that, Jerry. I want you to say what you would mean it, brother. Show me the money!
It's the Sports Memory Vegas pregame show.
Happy Sunday, my fellow degenerates. How are you guys doing? If you listened to me yesterday, you probably did pretty well. I went 3-1 in basketball. The only game I didn't call was the Syracuse game. Syracuse just could not score. It was very ugly. I maybe didn't give Kelvin Sampson enough credit for the defensive performance that he put on. But if you were on me early with Oregon State, you started your day with a bang. I called that straight up money line. Oregon State knocked that one out of the park. Baylor made it a little tight. I was a little worried they weren't going to cover. I didn't tell you guys, but I teased that up to 9.5. So getting it at them winning 11 was I was sweating bullets. I was definitely sweating bullets there. And then Arkansas in that game, I told you to take them, that Arkansas would win, but Oral Roberts would cover, which is exactly what happened. So again, listen to me here today because I got winners for you as well. And let's get right into it. First, we got Gonzaga, Creighton. And I think this game is just going to be an absolute joy to watch. Defense is going to be optional. If you've listened to me, you know I'm a huge Blue Jays fan. I love the way they play. They shoot so many threes. It's like me and rep ball, baby. I don't play inside the arc, which I don't expect Creighton to do that. And if they want any chance to win in this game, that's what they're going to have to do. They are going to have to live and die by the three today. I think this game is going to, like I said, going to be an absolute blast. The over-under is at basically 160, which is insane. I'm staying away from it because I think it's a pretty good line, but I think Gonzaga wins big. Basically because I think Creighton is a worse version of Iowa. And I don't know if you guys watched that game in January. Gonzaga absolutely dismantled Iowa. And unfortunately, I think Creighton just can't keep up the pace. Gonzaga's playing as well as anyone in the tournament, and you can't really meet strength with strength. I'm thinking about teasing this up for myself, possibly to 19.5. But if you don't want to get greedy, take Gonzaga minus 13. I think that's an absolute no-brainer there. Creighton doesn't have anyone for Timmy. Creighton I don't think he's going to be able to shoot as well against their length. And they just don't have the guard speed and guard length to go against Gonzaga. Gonzaga big, but the game will be fun if you enjoy watching a lot of threes. Let's move into the game of the weekend, I think. And the game I keep going back and forth on. Florida State, Michigan. Holy cow, this game is going to be amazing. I think if Isaiah Livers was in this, I think Michigan runs away. But I think Florida State's a bad matchup for Michigan. Michigan's guards are very quick, very athletic, but very small. Florida State's guards are longer and more athletic. And I think that gives a huge advantage to Florida State. But I think Michigan dominates the block. I think while Florida State can throw 7-footers at you over and over again, they don't really have a guy that can go muscle to muscle with Dickinson. So I think Florida State owns the front court. Michigan owns Michigan owns the front court. Florida State owns the back court. I think this game is going to be amazing, and I think we're going to see a defensive clinic from both teams, which leads me into my lock of the day. Unfortunately, my lock of the day didn't hit yesterday. I took the first game, Loyola, Oregon State, at 125, and it hit 123. Vegas is so good. But for this game, I don't think either team gets into the 70s. It's 143.5. I'm taking the under in what I think is an absolute slugfest because, like I said, I think both teams match up pretty well when you go player by player, scheme by scheme. And I think ultimately this is going to be one Florida State is going to have to not lose this game. If Florida State can contain their turnovers, if Florida State can shoot from the perimeter, I think Florida State can pull off the upset here, but I'm not picking it. I think Florida State beats themselves. I think they turn the ball over, and I think they don't shoot well, but I'm only taking Michigan money line. Again, that's how unconfident I am. I think this is going to be a fantastic game. Like I said, game of the weekend. Buckle up. It's a 5 o'clock start. Have an early dinner and get your butt on the couch and watch just an amazing, amazing game. The two games after that, though, aren't something to sleep on. Not so fast because guess what? These two games are going to be amazing too. Let's break down UCLA, Bama. UCLA is in the top 6 percentile in transition defense. Bama is top 10 in transition offense. So I think this game is really, really going to be, if UCLA wants a chance to stop Bama, they need to slow this game down. They really, really need to slow this game down, and they need to do that in the pick and roll on the offensive end. Run really, really good sets. UCLA is 4th in the country in pick and roll offense. Bama, best in the country in pick and roll defense. So again, very similar to Michigan's or Florida State, Michigan, a lot of strength versus strengths here. However, what I think is going to be the dagger for UCLA is they give up the second most threes in the Pac-12. Bama shoots 1,000,000 threes. They are a fast-paced, fun team, and I think that's I do think UCLA slows Bama down a little bit in transition, but I think Bama lives on the perimeter and just hits too many shots, which I think ultimately is why Bama covers 6.5. But like the Gonzaga game, I might tease that one down. I think 6.5 is a lot. I may tease that down to 5.5, maybe even 4.5, just to get a couple more points here. Because I do think UCLA keeps this really, really close. I do think this is going to be a really good game. And just like Florida State can't lose, I think UCLA has to go out and win. I think they have to play their best defense of the year, and I think they have to hope Bama has a cold night behind the arc. But either way, I think this is going to be an absolute blast of a game, which kind of leads me to the last game, another a Pac-12 matchup. And ding, 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 my upset alert. I'm not doing it because I have to. If I don't see upsets, I'm not calling an upset, but I am absolutely taking Oregon plus money. Know what you're saying? UCLA or USC beat them by 14. USC has the huge advantage down low, but this is March. This is the tournament. These games are won by guards, and Chris Duarte might be one of the best guards left in the tournament. I think Dana Altman, I'll take him over Andy Enfeld all day. So I am taking Oregon, not with the points. I'm taking Oregon straight up. I think we're going to have an Oregon and Oregon State in the Elite Eight, everyone. I think the state of Oregon is taking over Indiana. Oregon is going to be the talk of the town all this week with 25% of the teams from the state of Oregon. So there you have it, everyone. Very clean slate today. I'm staying away from hockey. I'm staying away from basketball because I think the 3 out of these 4 games are going to be absolutely a couple possession games. The only game I see as being a blowout is Creighton Gonzaga. But again, don't sleep on this game because there's going to be so many fire transition dunks, threes, amazing games. So to recap, I'm taking Gonzaga at minus 13, and I'm going to tease that up to probably 19.5. I think it's blowout city, and Gonzaga train keeps rolling. My lock of the day is in the next one. I think the under for 143.5 in Florida State, Michigan. Again, gun to head, I'm staying away. If you made me pick, I'm taking Michigan money line, but I'm ultimately staying away from this game because I think it's just going to be a March classic of a game, and I can't wait to talk to Newman about it tomorrow because he is a huge Seminole fan. Then we got UCLA, Bama. I think this game is awesome, very fun, strength versus strength, but I think Bama pulls away, but I'm going to tease that 6.5 down to probably 4.5, 5.5, because I think 6.5. I think if you, again, gun to head, you made me pick on this line, I may take UCLA to cover, but I do like Bama to win. If you're forcing me to stick to that 6.5 point line. And then we got the Pac-12 Conference of Champions game for our nightcap and my upset alert with Oregon money line. I think Mobley has a good game, but I think Duarte and the guards of Oregon are just ultimately too much for USC. Oregon's playing some of the best basketball of the entire tournament right now. So there you have it, everyone. Get on your couch. I know it's rainy and cold here in Indiana, a complete 180 from yesterday. I had about 1 million drinks, feeling a little rough, but when you got a whole day of college basketball, that'll always put you in a good mood. So everyone have a great day. Enjoy Sweet 16 Day 2, and I will talk to you guys all later.